It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Time to get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend. Go around the room. We'll say what the damage has been done. Anthony Chang from the Miami Herald. You're going to talk a little heat with Anthony coming up in about an hour's time. Get what his thoughts are on all things Jimmy Butler. He's been boots on the ground with a lot of this reporting. So we'll talk to Anthony coming on up. But Leroy, yesterday was a busy day in Canes land as the Miami Hurricanes were introducing their new defensive coordinator, Corey Heatherman, and then Mario Cristobal spoke for about a half hour. And one of the topics of conversation was Cam Ward. As we all know, Cam Ward went through what seemed like very unnecessary criticism for not playing in the second half of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Say that again.
The Pop-Tart Bowl. Here was Mario Cristobal when asked about the idea that Cam Ward quit on the team.
Well, I would give it clarity real quick. I'd say for sure a false narrative. Okay, I think what was very clear to us as we got closer and closer to game day, it became increasingly evident that Cam was more likely going to be the first player selected in the NFL draft. And that's when decisions were made that were best for everybody. And they played out that way. Okay. And then for obvious reasons, we're not going to discuss personnel. We're not going to discuss game plan for anybody at any time. And I don't feel the need to go race to squash false narratives and a bunch of bullshit that people like to start because that's their way of, doing whatever their job is. So that's where it's at. That's where it's always been.
Okay, but here's the thing, Mario. In today's day and age, go rush to defend your guy. Go rush and say, hey, anybody here who's critiquing him, that's ridiculous. You can say that weeks ago when this whole thing was going around. You wait, 2 weeks to get to this point? You had to go enjoy Christmas?
Yeah, you have to wait till you get Carson back.
If I may, this whole situation is because of Mario Cristobal. And here's why. Because after the game, when he was asked, all he had to say was this. Hey, I wanted to get Emery some game time, real live reps. Cam didn't have to play. He played the first half. We had a conversation. I said, let me give Emery some run. That's it.
Yeah.
You take the reins on this, but because you were so damn wishy-washy and trying to be so secretive of all the things you were saying, it raised more questions.
Those conversations are private.
Right. Damn it. Right. And now we're a month after or 3 weeks after still having the same conversations because there was never any clarity. You know when else there was never any clarity? When they didn't take a knee. It took 3 weeks to get to the bottom of it.
Well, they got a clock guy now.
But I'm just saying, nobody's going to think any less of you. If you just say, you know what, that's on me. We had a conversation. We decided to give Emery some run in the second half. I wanted him to get some live reps to see where he is.
It really is a thing of
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to give anybody anything. It's like, okay, but you're
making it harder on your guys.
Yeah, you're hurting your guy. You're making anybody question this idea that he's selfish. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, we just realized he was going to be the number one pick. You did? Has anybody opened up a mock draft to you in the last, 3 months? Basically, since the Cal game, he's been talking about as the number 2 pick. At least.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He made it sound like that they decided he was going to be a number 1 pick at halftime. Right? Which is crazy in itself. And nobody would have ever thought any of that if he would have just said, you know what? I wanted to give Emery some run. That's it. It ain't on Cam. It ain't on nobody. The fact that he played a half, you guys should be grateful, you ingrates. That's what he should have said.
Shocking also that you guys couldn't, stick with 31 points. That wasn't enough.
But it's amazing. Like, come on. Like, you ever have somebody and they say, I was trying to help you out, but it made it worse?
Yeah.
And I'm like, help me less.
Please don't.
Right. He didn't do Cam any favors. None.
Damage is done.